Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the screen. Salutations, everyone. Penelope Stone here. And I am with Zetsu, but I don't have the whole thing where, like, Discord sets it up and gives you, like, a little moniker thing. I'll try to set that up next time for people if I collab, especially when I start the podcast. So I plan on doing to interview a bunch of queer content creator people. But for now, welcome. I hope the music isn't too loud. I have just background music because I need something else here.
Feel that.
Yeah.
We should have got a live band.
Yeah, I should have got a live band, you're right. But yes, welcome. This is the first writing stream I've done in a while. I think since I did a letter for Gura's graduation, which is really cringy that I did that. But hey, those got decent views. Yeah.
What do we got here? I see power scaling. You got a document ready for this?
It is a PDF, yes. I have to update it, though. But let's start with these are the official rules of the Avalon branded tournaments. By entering a tournament, you have agreed to follow these rules and regulations. Rules of engagement. Roleplay playing is ultimately an honor-based system. There are some regulations to keep in mind. 1. You must respect your opponent's attacks and defenses as valid and react to them as such. Obviously, there's some situations where their post wouldn't be valid because of logic reasons, etc. But generally speaking, like, you can't just, like, shove off an attack or say your opponent's too weak to do stuff. So the way I died in that other server, for example, probably wouldn't fly in this one.
Okay.
Yeah, 1. Mistreat all competitors and judges with shared respect and refrain from assaulting, intimidating, acting passive-aggressively, or otherwise acting rudely. Any intentional bigoted remarks, sexist, racist, homophobic, transphobic, ableist, etc., even under the guise of being in character, is strictly forbidden and will result in immediate removal from Avalon and servers. And the anti-Edward Phoenix rule.
The anti-Edward Phoenix rule?
Yes.
Oh, because he would insult you, but he would do it in character.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was like the most vile, sexist bullshit you have ever seen in your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Edward Phoenix.
Yeah. See, you're not the most problematic champion in our history. Oh yeah, we should probably explain who the fuck you are.
For sure. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm
Zetsu, pretty much. But if you have, like, a tag for Twitch or something, you feel free to share that, too.
It's boy Saint Zetsu.
Yep, Saint Zetsu.
Your dreams and your nightmares.
Yep, I just have something else here, but I'm gonna update this. This is probably the first major thing. I found out how I can insert empty pages. Hooray. That was a problem where I couldn't do that before. They should still make it easier to edit this shit. But I digress. We are going to first make this text smaller. Oh wow, this is chugging. I have a potato laptop. That's all I have to work with.
A potato.
A potato. I'm surprised this is taking up so much space. Oh, who's there? Who is that?
Heyo.
Stop, we violated the law.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Again?
It's a Skyrim guard. Or that was
The Oblivion Guard.
Oh, the Oblivion Guard.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Did you hear that there will be a new Fable, and people seem to be excited about it?
Yeah,
I saw the report for it.
I haven't watched this trailer yet, or whatever came out. I liked the first one. I played a little bit of the second one. I never played the third one, or the...
It was kind of lame, but the second one was peak.
Yeah,
I only played the second one, so apparently I did well.
The first one was fine. It just didn't live up to the expectations of like what it was promoting. Yep. But at least it was back in 2005, and it was probably wasn't even possible to do what was advertised.
So, I don't know. I felt like games were a lot more honest back then.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Well.
Oh no, am I just being invaded by all the same people, pretty much? Well, this is not working correctly. That's a fucking problem.
It's just me. It's just Arlix. You know me, Arlix.
Arlix.
Hang around the chat.
Is that like Skrillex? I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Couple of saints.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You know, I heard a rumor on the street, Saints, that Saints are gonna have a war sometime soon with Acolyte.
Same rumor.
Wait,
yeah,
with who?
It's real troubling.
With who?
It's the Acolyte clan.
Acolyte. Okay, Acolyte, not Avalon. Okay.
No. The Acolyte. Who's that shit? Probably an idiot.
Hmm. Is that the person I fought in the other group? It sounds like he's selling insurance.
Wait, what do you say, Demise?
Is that the person is that the person who I think they might be in my server? I think that might be the person I fought, but I could be completely fucking wrong.
Yeah, that would be the guy you fought, and that person is also me.
Oh, that's you. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why this PDF is being a bitch and not letting me do this properly.
I thought I'd say, hey, I'm gonna head out though. I'm playing League right now.
Okay.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
He just came here to intimidate you. I thought it was another sane person. My bad.
No, it's okay. Well, I'm very intimidated, and I'm thinking I might just quit roleplay again.
Again? Dang it. I might have to just... Okay, I'm just going to delete this text box and start over.
Why don't you just reveal what's in it? Show me the money. Show me the money.
I can't because I need to write it.
Okay, fair enough.
But essentially, I'm going to be writing, like, what the different power levels are for the tournaments. Starting with the one most commonly used for moderate powered, and then the other ones.
Let's do it. Well, I mean, how many tournaments?
I don't know. The goal is eventually 4 a year. More realistically, this year will probably be 3. We'll see.
But I mean, this one that's coming up.
It will be either the Winter Cup or just the Opening Cup. I might call it, because winter's already... if I wanted the Winter Cup, I should have started that shit right at New Year's. And then I'm going to probably do a Spring or Summer Cup, and then Fall Cup. We'll see. But essentially, though, I want to try to do 4 tournaments, and then do a playoffs based on the winners of those tournaments, and who accumulates the most points by winning. And then that will determine the world champion.
So,
this is
going to be a moderate power scale.
Yes.
Right?
This first one is, yes. I don't know what power scale I'm going to do for the other ones yet. I might do a vote on that. Let's see. Let me try to go to...
level.
Okay, is there something I can do to make this less laggy? Let me try making it smaller.
We do this character, or a gorilla character.
You'll just be a squid kid.
Be a squid ape.
Oh god. Yep, I'm gonna have to alter this a little bit. You'll only take a second, probably. Because I had a filter over it for cropping, but now it's too big now that I made the thing smaller. Let's try just 300. Still a little high. 275 should do it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do 275 on this side.
Why is your avatar so absurdly hot? What's this?
That is Penelope Stone. She is a golem girl.
Is that on her belt buckle? Oh.
Unfortunately, I was supposed to stand for original golem, but someone debuted as a golem right before me, so now it just makes no fucking sense, and I wish I could fix it and take it off.
Like the golem from, like, Jewish, like, mythology?
Just a general golem monster girl, not specifically Jewish.
Why, when people say golem, I always immediately.
I mean,
wonder,
to be fair, that is the origin of golems in general. To be fair, but that wasn't really what what I was going for. I'm gonna be
concept. I mean,
yeah.
Can you imagine if you could just make a warrior to accomplish, you know? Like
I had a character that kind of did that before. They would make like little elemental golems and summons to like do their bidding. Okay, it's a little less laggy now that it's smaller, but I need to remember how to delete text boxes.
You hold Alt and you push F4.
Really? No.
Yes.
No, that isn't that the old streamer trick where you're trying to make me cancel the stream? Good try, good try.
Just quit, whatever. You know,
I might do that if I can't figure this out. I might just do that myself. Okay, here's the text box. Okay, now it should work maybe.
Yay!
Well, just pushing delete work, and I'm just overthinking it. How about I just delete the text? Like, for real, this is fucked up. Wait, I think I might have figured it out. I think I just have to push enter more times to make this look decent.
Secret.
When is this tournament supposed to have?
I am not sure. I'm gonna probably put the sign-up sheet up tomorrow and try to start it by February 1st. Or like after my next run of job happens. Okay, I think I got out of my little hell zone where it didn't want me to type properly. So we should be good to start. Sorry about the delay there.
Doing a little advertising.
Yep, thank you. Come on. I just need you to be tech side 12.
You know, I bet I'm going to get into a whole lot less trouble now.
Probably.
So much of the trouble I got into before was, like, had to do with girls, you know?
Gotcha.
And I'm not fucking with girls like that anymore, so...
Alright, well, that's good.
That alone should
Plus you went to therapy, that probably helped. We'll see.
I mean, it helped in my relationship. It helped here at home, but like on the internet.
Oh no, you're so toxic.
NPCs, dude, I'm gonna treat y'all dirty.
Oh no.
Yeah, bro, come on.
Damn it! I hate that it changes your. Every writing program does this, and I hate it. But if you accidentally type something that you didn't want to type, and then you backspace, it goes back to the old texting format that you didn't fucking want anymore.
Yeah.
Why does it fucking do that? Why hasn't someone?
Because it's designed to fuck with you. Select it all and change it. That's the only way to win.
Yep, probably.
Let's see.
I wonder who this Amara person that Poe is talking about is.
I'm gonna see if I can somehow fix that up there, but until I figure that out, there's just gonna be some awkward spacing that isn't like any other thing. We're just gonna be okay with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go poking around in his life and see what he's got going on.
Oh no. Never fucker! I did it again. Like, I wasn't even anywhere close to. It doesn't matter, like, how much you type it, either. It just does it. It says, fuck you.
Say this.
What?
What should I call you? Penelope? Which one of those?
Either Demise works for this or Penelope. Okay. Either works for this, honestly. Like I said, if I had more planning, I probably would have been Demise for the specific stream, just because it's my roleplay character.
Yes.
Both are fine. Or Penny, that also works.
Well, okay. So just so you know, the Starfall tourney that ended, it had a cash prize.
Really?
Yeah. Poe was the one who won, as a matter of fact. He's the one who got it.
Oh, damn, really? So he's holding out on... I'm kidding.
He got rich from that, bro.
He's like a billionaire now.
Like $25, $30. But
oh, that's cool, though. Where's the Starfall tournament at? Is it on Discord, I mean?
Yeah.
Am I'm probably in the server already. I'm just in so many fucking servers, I can't keep up with it. These are the...
You probably left it, like a lot of people. Still in there.
Okay.
It's the one, its icon looks like a cloudy sky.
Okay, I'll check it out. Maybe I'll enter the next one and make a fool of myself. I'll have to enter as my Storm body, which is just old Demise with boobs.
That's our old server. It's dead now.
Oh, gotcha.
It was 3 years ago.
Gotcha. Dead.
No, the Starfall server.
Levels.
That one. Yeah, I remember leaving that.
Accepted. That's not the right word I was going for. These are the power levels.
I was like, shit, we ain't ever coming back.
Wow, this is lagging way more than I was expecting it to. This is just a text program, and I might have to take my frickin' model off just to make it lag less. And just put a PNG up instead. One that doesn't move, I mean.
Yeah, or if you get fucking pay the money,
the
get her to, her mouth to move and shit.
I mean, I can already... I have that set up. It's just that if I try to do that on this potato PC, I move it all of 2 frames per second.
Oh.
That's no bueno. And I'm dumb. If I remembered, I would not have gotten an Android. I would have gotten Apple, because Apple has face tracking, and I could have used that instead. Too late now. So I just gotta fix...
It is too late.
I gotta buy a new webcam, too, because my webcam overheated and broke, probably from the cats.
But besides, aren't Apple products, like, for weenies anyway?
Yeah, they do suck, which is why I got Android. But for that one specific purpose, they come in clutch. As a VTuber.
It's good to hear people speaking about Apple the way it deserves to be spoken.
Be mindful of the power scale of the tournament. Okay, let me minus this a little bit. There we go. That's a little less awkward. I think that's one reason it was lagging, too. You have entered. Alright. The paths of pain.
There are many paths to pain.
Actually, I'm kind of going paths of pain with my current character, but only using one body at a time. So it's kind of like the old Cinders group. I mean, what? That's ancient history. I don't even know if you know about those fuckers.
I don't know, but I tried to do a paths of pain thing
with Zetsu, and
it was one of the last things I did before I made 6 new, specific white Zetsus. They each had specific personalities and body types.
Yeah.
One was a chick.
Yep.
And I would use them.
I remember. I think you did use them in the tournament before. Or at least one of the bodies. But now,
I use
it's not that you can't have multiple bodies, but to have multiple bodies, you have to use energy to summon them now. per body.
Didn't I dunk on Saint Madara using Obito's path? I don't remember if I used the paths against him or not, because Obito.
I don't know. Wait, did I fight you as Dara? I haven't been to Dara in a decade.
No.
Oh.
Said Saint Madara.
Oh, Saint Dara.
Madara.
No, it's funny. Never mind. I was gonna say a story, but yeah, it's not that funny. Yeah, Avalon used to have an Akatsuki group, the Akatsuki of Chaos. We were AOC before AOC. See, not that funny of a story. Told you.
The funniest part of that story is the way you pronounce the word Akatsuki.
I can't. I have never been able to say it correctly ever. Not once. Akatsuki.
I get what you mean.
I meant to say Akatsuki.
It's
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, let's see.
Oh, my baby.
Moderate,
we dealt with so many other
powered.
Akatsukis in our time.
Remember Akatsuki Dawn?
Akatsuki Dawn?
AD was the most infamous one, probably. At least in Avalon Circle, because they fucked with us every other week. Fucking Isno. They became Noctis after a while.
I remember. I got into some shit with Noe once or twice.
Is that their name?
I tried to get their Kakuzu to fight me, but he always avoided me.
Damn.
What happened to Itachi
I think Neji Avalon. Neji Avalon was our Kakuzu.
Did that life after all the shit that they did? How many girls I dated that had been personally traumatized by him?
Do I even want to fucking know? I see.
I'd forgotten that fool existed.
Just wait, no?
Come on.
What's she offer?
This is. Come on, most.
Good time, alright. So, moderate powered. What are we,
This
what are we
is the
gonna call
most
that?
common tournament.
Continental at the highest.
No. This is regular moderate goes up to City Buster.
City?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
I can scale it down to city.
Yep. High moderate is like countryside and mountains and shit. I was thinking of calling this low moderate and high moderate, but nah, I'll just say moderate, high moderate, and then I'll do the other ones that are lower and higher than that. I'm only gonna go up to powered. Because
I swear right now that I will do another big dramatic finishing tournament, and it will not to Karen. I won't do it.
More like it will be Matsuratsu Karen. You will complain to the judges, and we'll end up just giving you the I'm kidding.
I'll make when I do it. I'm gonna make sure I have enough prep. I'm gonna make sure I set it up.
Yep, you should. I want you to do that. Unironically.
What? I will.
Use the system that we're gonna read. This will probably be the longest part because I'm writing it and it's going about 2 frames per second. But yeah, probably the most common tournament type. This goes by most mainstream. Dang it. Mainstream anime and comic book characters. Obviously, there's some in both anime and comic books that are way fucking stronger. Generally speaking, it is about as powerful as the middle of the Holy Shonen Trinity of... I'm saying middle of, because by the end game, both Naruto and especially Bleach gets fucking ridiculous. Bleach is powered character by the end. Maybe even, like, isn't Ichigo, like, multiversally strong at the very end? Or some shit, I heard.
Bleach?
Yeah, in Bleach.
I have not kept up with it.
Me
so
either.
I really couldn't say.
Someone told me that. The person who came in here told that. And One Piece. Honestly,
he's quite powerful by the end of everything.
The Bleach is just Dragon Ball with swords.
It is.
Yeah, essentially.
Don't you mean Yu Yu Hakusho with swords?
No,
Which was just lesser Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's more.
Yeah. JJK ended up being a lot more like how I expected Bleach to be by the first... Bro, just going by the first arc of Bleach before it changed to complete Shonen battling with swords. But I'm not very far in that series. I only went through season 1. And then I got ADHD. I do that a lot. I watch an anime, I think it's pretty good, but then I didn't feel like watching the movie yet, and I just never got around to getting back into it.
So let me ask you a question.
By the way,
with
what?
This,
yeah?
With this power scale, are you going to define the maximum, like, speed and stuff like that?
No, I'm not going to be that anal, but like light speed and stuff is no bueno.
What about, saying you can't do light speed, we gotta put some kind of cap on it.
Let's just say that everyone can move at yeah, like people can... The highest speed I saw back in the Silver Age, when people were trying to be fast at a moderate powered level, was Mach 5, so not much more than that, but speed is more of a generalization of reacting to shit and being detailed about it. That's probably more important than putting an exact speed, because you either sound overpowered or underpowered. Because I've seen people say this attack is 90 miles per hour. That's just a baseball fastball. Regular humans can hit that with a bat. I'm gonna say, don't go much faster than Mach 5 in most cases, unless you like really got some speed shit going. But the more energy you have, the more harder it will be for your opponent to justify dodging your attack, is the general rule of thumb. It's more of a mechanic than true speed limit. But if I need to put a hard speed limit on things later on, I will. Like I said, this is going to be all very flexible by the end.
How will you tackle situations?
Though characters of a higher power level... Wait, what? The Flash, he's just fast as fuck, but he can't go at like literal light speed, like in the comic books. He's more like how the Flash was in Mortal Kombat.
So he would he have any kind of advantage in like...
Since his character is pure speed...
He specializes in that, so...
Yeah, he would have a slight advantage, but... He would have an advantage since he is like literally just speed, and everything he's doing is speed and attack based on speed.
Else, right?
Yeah, he would have to have drawbacks elsewhere, and he couldn't be so fast that he could auto dodge. He would still have to avoid attacks and shit.
I just kind of wondered how
yeah.
decided.
There's some characters that are like, think of it this way. Moderate powered in our tournaments is kind of like an arcade game. It's like an arcade version of the character. Kind of everyone's brought up or down to a generally same-ish level. You still have your movesets and everything. You just can't, like, do more than destroy a city, pretty much.
Right.
Is allowed. Oh. But no character can go above City Buster. And that must be done with charge. I would say charge says prep up here just because we're using the proper term for what we're going to be using is charged. But I'll put prep up here because more people know that term still. The problem with the prep system is that you could only charge at the end of the turn, and that caused a lot of disadvantages. The charge system, as long as you react to your opponent to a point where you now control the narrative, you can gain a charge in the middle of your post.
Do it at the end.
That's pretty much how it worked in the old prep system, because it was considered like you don't, because they were trying to avoid a situation where you gain a charge automatically and then automatically block your opponent's attack. We're making the rules a little more streamlined to avoid that happening, while adding the strategy of being able to gain a charge in the middle of your post, but not before you react to your opponent's attack, if they did an attack. If they didn't do an attack, you can gain a charge right away if you want to.
That's fair.
Yeah. It is...
So...
It's not extremely intuitive, I admit, but once you understand the concept, it's actually quite strategic and interesting. What were you going to ask? Sorry.
The system you use, you call it the charge system.
Yeah, Shinrei came up with the main skeleton of it. I came up with a few other things that he didn't really come up with. Like summons and transformations, for example.
So well,
we'll get to that. We will get to that. That is lower.
Okay, good.
I will speed run through all the basic shit like god modding, etc. because I want this to be a generally useful thing for people to watch and understand the rules. Let's see. High moderate. Now, I'm probably going to have to fix this all later when it's less laggy, but I want to give people a basic idea now. I'll try to speed run through it and just fix it up later. Just to save time, because it's already been a half hour. 42 fucking minutes already? Jesus Christ. Time flies when you're bullshitting with Zetsu, I guess.
It does.
Yeah. Okay, let me think.
Yeah.
By think, I mean, let me wait for the lag to stop. You know what? I'm just going to explain it vocally and write this shit down later. For this part, because it's taking too long. High moderate pretty much is a higher end, like, end game anime shit. And high level, like, comic book shit. Not quite Dragon Ball Z, at least not late Dragon Ball Z. But you can blow up entire countries and shit and parts of continents. When you, it's just scaling up somewhere between powered character and moderate powered character. High moderate. I don't know how much we're going to be using this format, but eventually I'll throw a tournament in with this format.
Well, is that format going to be applicable to this tournament?
No, we're doing low. We're just doing the regular moderate up to City Buster for this first tournament.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll do a more explanation on that. Oh, I have my. I should put this somewhere safe. My little.
So I don't. So just so we're clear.
Yeah.
You're saying basically, as long as I don't start my turn and end my turn like paralyzed, by their attack or something, I just get a point of charge.
If you have to react to, if they send an attack your way, you have to react to it in some way first. That way you don't.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, whatever my reply is, as long as I'm.
Yeah. Let me use our battle for an example. After I jumped to dodge your attack and took some minor damage because I was dodging a one charge move, and I didn't feel it was fair to not take at least a little damage doing that without a charge myself. I used my charge to transform then and there. In the old system, I would have to charge one and then wait for the beginning of my next turn, and I would have been in a much more awkward position. You can choose to hold your charge, though, and there are many situations where, like, it becomes a more strategic battle of gaining charges and using your charges properly. It becomes a resource management game on top of regular roleplay tactics.
Well, yeah, that's what prep is, and I mean, and that's what made things like the Amaterasu Kirin possible. That was like a 5 prep.
Yeah.
Like I emptied out my.
No, it's ironic. No, it's ironic. I think I might have accidentally buffered transformations because it's now more of a ladder. And most transformations don't go beyond like 3 or 4.
So that means me turning on my eyes is a transformation.
Yes, it is. Yes. I even use the Sharingan as an example of a transformation. It's transformation and passive moves and stuff like that. Like there's some stuff that's a little harder to regulate, like Gaara's sand. I think he has to activate his sand as a passive at least. And then to manipulate it directly, they have to use, like for an attack, they have to use energy. But he can passively biggest change. It's because...
It sounds like...
It's because biggest change. It's because...
It sounds like...
It's because zero charge...
Like just got buffed.
No, wait. I think I might have misheard what you were saying, but I'm saying that every energy move takes at least 1 charge, but for larger moves going up, I'm even gonna probably do like a little rule of thumb guide for each power level of like what's allowed to be done and not done based on how much charge you have. But this is lagging too much for me to do that right now. Alright, but anyway, high moderate, realistic melee. If it even appears. Okay, this is really not working.
What if I have a gun that shoots?
I mean, a gun is free, but if you enhanced it with a,
Well, but like, what if my gun shoots, like, big balls of, like, plasma or something?
Yeah, I think that's generally okay. But as long as it's not overly powered and can automatically cut through anything, you can use weapons like that. There is a rule against science abuse.
That's not fair, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Maybe, okay, you're right. Like, energy stuff like that, they have to charge at least one. You're right. I changed my mind on that. I think Tech has to charge too. You're right. I think I even put that in there.
Means even a fucking archer.
No. An archer drawing a bow and firing is fine, but if they add an energy attack to it, they would have to do something to it. But just a regular ass bow and arrow, they're fine. Because
But this is
that's
moderate power, so it's they're gonna have super strength.
yeah, they're gonna have super.
Super
Everybody has super
and,
strength though, so that's even.
So in their hands, that is a fucking sniper rifle.
Yeah, it is. And that is the advantage of a long range character, but it's still if there's no charge behind it, you can just catch that shit and break it in half. More times than not.
Okay.
As long as
I just feel like if that's the case, you should just allow 0 prep moves.
No.
Because if they're easily swatted away, I mean, it's like
It does make weapons stronger. It does make weapons stronger. You are correct about that. I'll give you that. It does make weapons stronger. Weapons are the 0 prep attacks, essentially.
Okay. Weapons are 0 prep attacks? Bet. Cool.
Yeah, essentially.
I can live with that.
But no science abuse like bringing out a fucking nuclear bomb and shit. That's what AD used to do. They would carpet bomb you, 0 prep. It just happened.
I'm just
I know. I got Camille for people like that.
All right, well, let me just quickly go through the other power levels by just my fucking word voice. I'm tired. Okay, realistic melee. In theory, it is just real life peak human physique fighting, either by fist or weapons, depending on the tournament. I've done a few of those in the past. I'm not actually good at real martial arts, so every time I do it, I pretty much just copy WWE and have gotten away with it so far. But yeah, that one's pretty popular, and I've had tournaments in the past. I'll probably do an RM tournament at some point. There's low/street level, where you have some powers, but you're not doing much more than destroying a building at best. So sort of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, at the lower tiers, not the higher Avatar transformation tiers. That's more like low moderate. And then there's powered characters where it's Dragon Ball Z and above, pretty much. Where you can destroy planets and shit. And entire
destroying planets.
Yeah, I'll probably do a power tournament eventually, but I think I would want to find somebody with more experience with powered characters to help me run it. Yeah.
Spread like a virus.
So let me ask you this. So, can we break through the power levels with prep?
Like
if I had 10 points of
think
prep,
of it this way. The general range of it, no, but the more it just becomes more concentrated and deadly at this point. The city's being fucked up even more and vaporized even more the more prep you have. But you can destroy more of an area around the city a little bit, but it will start not being worth as much by the end.
I got a lot of.
You definitely have a lot of options still. This isn't about taking away options. This is about making the options not be able to make you run away with the game as easily with just your powers alone.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that more when we get to the charge system, which is after the combat rules and regulations. I'm just going to quickly go through these because I think most people know this stuff. But for people who never have roleplayed before, this will be useful. Autowing. Autowing is declaring your opponent's attack without their inputs. Examples include auto-hitting, claiming your opponent's attack hits the mark without allowing your opponent to react. Let's see. Let me scroll down. Come on, just load. You know you want to.
control. Though.
Yep, damage control. Declaring what damage they take despite defenses without proper calls. I did not finish that. Oh yeah, I was starting to rewrite some of this. I think I made it this far and then didn't do it, but... And some forms of character code directly declaring your opponent's action speed, which is also illegal in its own. And then character control is next. I fucked up the damage control part, but that's basically what it is. Like, you like say that they took damage despite their like defenses and stuff. You just completely ignore it and disrespect it. That's not legal. Unless there's like a proper cause for it because their defense is logically flawed, that's different. But you can't just inherently do that without proper reason. Most people don't auto on purpose, though. It's mostly wording when that happens nowadays. But people be autoing on purpose back in the day. It was the dumbest shit. Like, I teleport a orb inside your brain and now you're dead. Character control is stated above as declaring your opponent's actions or feats. Here is more detail on each common type of character control. Classic character control. This is where you declare your opponent's actions without their writer's input, which is autoing. In addition, any ability that automatically controls your opponent's attacks, energy, etc. is illegal. I might refine that rule and make it more of a banned power move below, like on the ban list. But I'm talking about like people like I forget which Akosky group it was, but one of them had a guy that he automatically controlled your energy. It didn't matter how powerful your energy was, he just automatically controlled it. And they just let that shit fly. Feat control. Claiming that your opponent's stats feats are lower than yours without your opponent's consent, beyond arrogant in character statements or thought. However, that behavior is generally frowned upon anyway. So please don't. Maybe I'll take that part off, honestly, but just in general, take that last little part off. It's not really needed there. Like I said, I need to update this shit. I just wasn't expecting it to chug at 5 miles per fucking hour. Alright, metagame is using opposing character Are you still there, by the way? Or did the call drop? I think the call might have dropped. Let me look. Oh shit, it did. 1 second. I need to get back to that. Hello? Okay, hello. I didn't realize the call dropped.
I'm back.
Hello. Okay, sorry about that. What did you hear last?
Last I was talking.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. And then I tried to ask for input, and you didn't say anything, and I kind of felt like my call had dropped, so I left and then came back.
Okay. What were you asking?
I was making sure that if I launch an attack, and I happen to state, the damage I'm intending to cause...
Yeah, you can say your intended damage. Yeah, you can state your intended damage. It's just that you can't automatically damage your opponent and go beyond their defense and logic without proper reason, pretty much.
That sounds good.
Yeah. That's all. But you can still state your intended damage. Okay. And feat control is claiming your opponent's stats or feats are lower than yours without your opponent's consent. Yeah. That happens a lot. That kind of happened in my one battle. But it was also partially my fault, so I just accepted it. I accidentally consented to being weaker, essentially. And once I saw that, I realized, this fucking fight's over, isn't it?
That's always the words.
It's always the words, man. Metagame is using opposing character information to influence your... Okay, opposing outside information. I did not write this correctly, but when you have no logical way of knowing said information. That's just the most common example of metagaming, but really if you know any, like, above table information is a D&D term, but any information out of character that your character wouldn't know and you use that to your advantage, that's a no-go in certain situations. Okay, this is another, like,
I just got done reading that. The additional notes.
Yeah. The additional notes, I'm probably going to adjust this one slightly. This is part of the old rule set before I was able to fix it. Certain situations, maybe, but I was more so talking about Vox's bullshit dark matter testing, not the Sharigan Eye. And you,
well, okay, so it's not going to cost me to use my...
No. Just to activate it.
Okay.
Once it's activated, it's activated. It becomes a passive ability at that point. But if you do something like extracurricular beyond its basic tenets, which I can't think of anything the Sharigan really like, and it also allows you to like unlock, like the fire stuff you don't get for free. You still have to use a charge for that. But your Sharigan Eye allows you to use it at maybe a lower charge than normal. Because that shit's pretty powerful. But it's never 0. And yeah. Is a giant
things that I would
Yeah. Like you can still see shit. Yeah.
Cool.
But you can't like predict the exact future, like literally.
No.
Yeah, the Sharigan doesn't do that. I was doing more so. I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking of Vox when I was writing that, because you had that bullshit black matter that automatically knew everything at a universal atomic level.
I have been there.
Oh,
sitting there crafting rules specifically for Vox. I know what you mean.
Yeah. God. Okay, I have a different definition for God modding than a lot of T1 forums have, but I like mine better. God modding occurs when a character has illegal powers, abilities, or feats as opposed to power modding. The very nature of these powers are unlawful to have on a character. Maybe I could put a small caveat about powered characters, but other than that, common examples of God modding: heavy space-time manipulation, such as time control and gravity control, including creating black holes, light speed movement, heavy reality warping, feats so high they make you unbeatable, such as invulnerability, immortality, omnipotence, unlimited power, speed, or energy supply, being able to cosmically change events such... This part might be okay at powered character levels, but in moderate, that would be considered God modding. Maybe I'll put like a little caveat there once I'm able to edit this later on. But that all seems pretty standard, right?
Well, okay. Man, I wish you could zoom out so I could read the whole thing, because it's kind of like...
Oh shit, is it fucked up? Oh, it is fucked up. I'm sorry. Let me recrop it. Or actually, let me just try to adjust the size of it. Maybe that will fix it. I was trying to make it lag less. I apologize. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, you're good.
You know what? I'm taking off the... Penelope has to just be a voice in space. Unfortunately, because it is lagging too much. Maybe this will make it lag less. Because I don't really have much open at all. I even closed down Discord. I'm doing Discord on my phone right now. Yeah, potato. It is a potato laptop, yes. Okay, it's already a little faster. I think it was my model making it really bad. See that? Hey, there we go! I mean, you can't see me anymore anyway. I might as well delete that, too. There we go. Is that better?
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, now scroll back down to the God modding.
Yep. Scroll up. Okay. What did you have a question on?
I wanted to read the God modding section.
Oh, I was...
Right there.
Alright. Yep, heavy time manipulation, such as time control and gravity control and black holes. Light speed movement, heavy reality warping, feet so high you're unbeatable, such as invulnerability, immortality, omnipotence, unlimited power, speed, or energy. And just doing a lot of things that go beyond your power scaling, especially with little energy, is more so what I had in mind below there. I wasn't expected to do any power tournaments, but I'm probably going to do those eventually, so I'll probably put like a little caveat for that. Because that might be closer to power modding in that context. If it depends on what power feat you're doing. Because it wouldn't make it...
all of this really reads to me be about your character's ability.
No. God modding is... In my opinion, God modding should be abilities that make your character so broken that they're essentially unbeatable. Power modding, I have a different definition for.
Okay.
Power modding is when someone adds too many abilities, items, or stats to their character to the point of unfairness. I meant to add more to this. Because, most of these powers... Okay, it is typing way faster now. Can be legal in a vacuum. However, in the case of power modding, the implication can be to a degree that it becomes unfair. So pretty much you have mostly legal powers, but you just have too much shit on your character.
What is too much shit?
That's a good question. Power modding, it is the most kind of judge based, but I do have some common examples down here. Let's hope they still hold up. Class example is like too many abilities and complete mastery of each, all with no discernible setbacks. Another example of abilities that... Okay, I already explained that above. I like that up there better than down here. And stuff that tries to bypass charge and prep rules, and tech and science abuse are common, where I feel like I have to explain it below. I'll work on the power modding definition a little bit more. I think that one might need the most heavy editing. But essentially, it's not that the powers are necessarily illegal, it's just that, especially depending on the power level you're on, it may be illegal. Because you just have too many powers and you can get out of too much bullshit. How much power is too much power? Maybe over time we'll have more definitive limitations for that, specifically for each power scaling level. But that's the general idea of power modding, where the abilities in a vacuum might not be illegal, but your character is built in such a way where you pretty much just have every single power and it becomes obnoxious, or it just becomes like where your character almost can't lose because they have just too much shit to get out of too much shit. But tech and science abuse is a subset of God and power modding that specifies using technologies or principles of science to justify abilities and character builds that would be otherwise illegal. Overly powerful tech suits with electromagnetism and scientific properties that auto block attacks or gain some type of unfair advantage, especially if your character also has supernatural powers. Hotzis! This is the anti-Fae rule. Actually, I've seen plenty of people before the Hotzis also abuse this shit. Using scientific principles to excuse overly large and destructive attacks, such as overwhelming it. Like pretty much
written in response to all the people that hurt you.
Pretty much. Who hurt you? Oh god. Edward Phoenix? Zetsu?
Edward fucking Phoenix.
To an extent, yes, but I really am just trying to make a more fair system. I definitely have to work on this a lot more. I wrote most of this over a year ago, and I find that I can explain things better the next year usually. We'll see. But pretty
It's
much
not bad. It's
tech.
not bad.
But yeah, pretty much tech though. Like you can't just like show up with a nuclear bomb and detonate it in your first post because science.
Show up with like a little box and just throw it on the ground. 20, 30 posts your turns later, I die. Recover from the box because that box is like a one-time use.
If you die in battle or get incapacitated, you just are considered lost, whether or not your character would be normally immortal or brought back. You can't really. I mean, you can use it, but you would have been considered losing because your original body was wrecked. Just like if Hedon is incapacitated and can't fight anymore, he would be considered to have lost.
That man is still underground, eating through the dirt. He ain't lost yet.
Yep. No, he has to keep killing people, or his immortality runs out. I as a former Hedon role player.
Did they ever specify a time frame?
No, but I imagine. But he was brought back by frickin' Kabuto's abilities, so he had to die at some point.
Out of boredom.
Okay, here's one of the more controversial sections, probably. Other banned and restricted powers. These abilities may not be illegal traditionally, but we have deemed them too powerful for fair tournament play, or at least too powerful without further restrictions. Updates to this list will come in between tournament seasons. Banned. These powers are banned from the game outright, usually due to the fact that it breaks the fairness of the game. Energy absorption. The ability to absorb energy both in a traditional kinetic sense with or without reason to add it to your energy pool. The reason. It creates two problems, either a game mechanic or a logical... Okay, I have way too much bullshit here. Essentially, though, if you're absorbing their energy, you just have some unbeatable shield, or you're gaining prep back, or you're gaining an energy pool back. It's better to just ban these type of moves. This is I consider these in-universe bans, pretty much. It either becomes a glorified shield, or it becomes a completely broken god modding piece of shit. So I'd rather just not deal with it at all. So banned.
Okay. Next.
Yep, auto healing and regeneration, specifically automatically. Automatically performing after every attack, it breaks the game, especially if it's near instant. For this reason, automatic healing factors will be nullified, instead given the same regulations as normal healing, even characters like Wolverine and Deadpool. They will heal, but it will cost at least one charge, and and the further healing regulations below. This is the most recent add to the ban list, and I don't think a lot of people are going to like it, but I'm sticking to it. Teleportation and portal creation. The ability to send yourself from another part of the battlefield to another instantaneously, or create a portal that does the same thing. Oh yeah, add it to the ban list. I need to update the reason for the ban list, because this is the old bullshit mechanics I had before. Okay, never mind. This is updated. Teleportation and portals can allow instant out for any attack. To allow it to even be semi-fair in the past, we had to heavily regulate it to a way that felt cumbersome and unnatural to the game's mechanics. Thus, we are putting our foot down for the 2026 season and banning it outright. However, speed-based techniques are allowed. You may use proper charge points and logic to perform these feats, on how powerful depending on how the opposing attack is. Speed techniques to dodge, situations will require barrier require less, especially during one or two charge attacks, but a good rule of thumb is the same amount of charge points to dodge as you're being attacked, if it's 3 or more. So,
Okay, so question.
It also depends on the situation, etc.
So So what if my portals for carrying me? It's for bringing like my shit.
That's just summoning. That's fine.
Okay.
But there are summoning rules in charging. I'll get to those soon. But you can't just teleport or like portal creation. Maybe I should specify.
And the substitution jutsu.
Hmm.
That's out.
Probably. Because that's also an automatic out and has been abused by Naruto people left and right. Like anytime you get somebody dead and right to say, "Oh, substitution jutsu, fuck you." That shit happened all the time in the Silver Age.
I think substitution should cost. You know what I mean? Like
I'll talk to people about specifically the substitution jutsu, but like the fourth Hokage's like lightning attack wouldn't be allowed anymore. It used to be, but not anymore.
Oh, you're talking about Flying Thunder God?
Yeah, Flying Thunder God is too OP. He can still kind of do it as a speed-based technique, but he can't use it as a literal teleportation anymore. So it nerfs his character, but he can still have the spirit of the character.
And then also, Sasuke has this ability called Amanote Jakara, where he can swap places with objects and people.
Mm-hmm.
Is that out as well?
Probably. I will talk to the judges about it, but probably, because it's still very similar to it's just like teleportation with only one extra step. And teleporting with people is especially problematic. Okay, limited now. Healing techniques, the ability to heal injuries in battle by activated effect. Any healing factors will be replaced with basic healing techniques and will follow the following regulations. Any recovery of major wounds will take at least one charge point, as does any other energy-based technique, and will remain localized to a specific injury or body part. Healing for the one area will take more charge, depending on how many wounds are recovered, and must be specified. With these regulations, healing becomes a matter of resource management, where charge points used for recovery may not be worth it, but one can still use healing to continue the fight if they have no other options.
I have a question.
Yes.
How does this affect people like Zetsu or Venom?
Or I already said they have to, they can heal, but it takes a charge. And they have to specify.
That don't have like solid bodies.
Hmm.
And they don't have organs and stuff.
That's a little different.
They're targeting me now.
That is slightly different, but but they would still have to use like a charge point to heal major damage to their body unless they're like truly. Like I might even like make intangibility at least banned. That's a good point though. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
All right.
Because these rules are really good if you're but if you're any kind of, my characters,
like a character can have different physiology than a human, but generally speaking, like my character's a crystal. I don't experience pain and damage the same way as humans either. But if my arm's ripped off, I would have to use a charge point to bring it back.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. If there's something that makes like intangibility, I might have to like talk to judges about that because I have thought that in the past. I just keep forgetting to like ask my judges what they think about that. Now here's the big meat and potatoes of the new rules: the charge system. The charge system is a new system to replace the increasingly dated prep system. This is a way the organization handles energy gathering, special attacks, and competitive roleplay fighting. It's similar to the traditional prep system, but more streamlined to fit the original system's intent. There are a few key differences between the system that make energy gathering and use simplified and fair for both sides. Credit to Shirma Yarashi for coming up with the main tenets of the system. We will slowly tweak it over time as needed as we gather more data through tournaments. So this is still in baby mode. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Below are the tenets of the charge system charge points. Like the prep system, you use a numerical point to determine if or how powerful an attack is, or for use in the technique considering too powerful otherwise. And I will have a better rule of thumb scale depending on the power level chosen for that sort of thing, for destructive capabilities. But back to the main points though. Charge point is what it's called, and it will work much like prep points in the old system. The system uses charge points in the main, like energy-based techniques, which are spell-like, manipulations, summons, transformations, and passive abilities explained in Section C. How do you gain points? You gain 1 charge point at the moment you gain control of the narrative. This happens during your starter, neutral stops in a fight, or after you adequately respond to your opponent's last action. Unlike the... No, not last action, but your opponent's... Or first, if it's a chain of actions. Otherwise, you could do chain attacks and then it would automatically hit or some bullshit like that. I feel like I had to specify that. I should rewrite parts of that.
Yeah, because at the top it says the first thing is you gain the moment you gain control. And then in the middle it says you also gain a charge in the middle of the post?
Yeah. And the moment you gain control of the narrative. Wait, where does it say middle specifically? Like the original system was...
down. Also...
You can! Can is doing... You... Is... As in you can. It's not... But it's not always like that. How about it is also... It is possible...
Circumstances.
Yes.
If it's possible.
Also, it is possible to gain a charge in the middle of your post, unlike the original system where you could only get it at the end. After meeting the stated requirement, one will gain a max of 1 charge point each turn. The Edward Phoenix rule also, because he used to summon a bunch of bullshit, then gain multiple charges per turn.
At the bottom there, where it says you have to keep track, are you saying that you have to state in, like, written, you have to write your prep amount?
We would heavily prefer you to do that. I think must might be a little too harsh a language, but we would like you to. Just because it will make things easier. That's all. But it's a new system, so I'm not going to be a Nazi about that.
I just feel like you should enforce it. Because if you don't...
Yeah, you're right. I should enforce it. You're right.
I have 4.
Yeah, you have to say how much you have. Yeah, I agree. Okay, now this is C. This is the more meat and potatoes of like what attacks are and are not allowed. Spell-like. These attacks take a certain amount of charge points to activate a specific ability. The more energy you put in, the more power behind the technique or power of the spell-like you can perform. These are similar to spells on tabletop games still. Common furthers like Kidos and Jutsu and... Like, pretty much, if you're naming your technique, it's a spell-like. These have implied slight power boost compared to quick manipulation type techniques. So it's like acknowledging the action and energy and forwardness and timing you would need to successfully do a spell. Manipulation. The most common use of energy is to attack and defend using elemental abilities and other powers. This is called manipulation. It has the advantage of speed and convenience. Still, the energy isn't as concentrated as spell-like attacks despite costing at least 1 charge point. Thus, is considered weaker than a spell-like attack of the same charge level. Obviously, it depends on the situation, elemental interactions, etc., etc., but generally speaking, that's the rule of thumb. They can be empowered for after the initial cost, though, by using more charge points. Note on zero prep techniques. This is perhaps the most significant change between the two systems, since manipulation attacks now take a charge point. It rids roleplay fighting of free special attacks and defenses known as zero prep moves. All special attacks. I'll put energy-based attacks as a special energy-based attacks now cost at least one charge point, and I'll put a little caveat for like tech related attacks as well. Okay, since you brought that up earlier, like Iron Man can't be doing energy attacks for free. Excuse me. Summons. The act of summoning refers to bringing an extra body on the field. Examples include traditional summons, summoning of a familiar, making a clone, and many more examples. Yeah, clones are a little nerfed. I guess if you do enough energy, you could do like a multi-shadow clone jutsu like Naruto does. But the point is, you can't just summon a bunch of clones without a lot of cost. If you add another body that can fight or affect the battle directly or indirectly, you must use at least one charge point. If you want to be able to perform some special attack immediately, you must use additional charge points. Your energy pools are tied as well, so they cannot gain.
I hate that. I really do.
They cannot gain any. They cannot gain any additional charge for you. It just means that you can't gain any extra charges. Lastly,
I like it better when they have their own prep.
No.
They are their own entity.
No, that's unfair. And then if you don't have a clone, then you automatically lose to someone who does have a clone.
I mean, you're going to lose anyways. That's someone with a clone.
Yep.
Because clones are OP.
They are. I agree. Which is why we're nerfing them. Lastly, suppose one wants to summon a being with gigantism or similarly destructive powers, calling them out takes an extra charge point. It's not that much of a cost, but if you're summoning a giant fucking toad, I feel like you have to use at least 2 points for that. I think it used to cost like 5 back in the day, but that seems excessive because it's just a fucking toad with a sword, even if it's big. Maybe I can consider bringing it up to 3, but for now, 2 is fine. Summoning extra weapons, vehicles, and tools also require 1 charge point. I'm not going to be too strict on this, like you summoning the 1 demon windmill shield. Like you summoning 1, like, if you can pull it out of your chest, and I'd be like, alright, that's fine. I'm not going to be anal about it. But if you're, like, summoning, like, broadswords and shit, or, like, multiple weapons like 1010 does from her scroll, then it's a charge point. Yeah.
Like, so I'm drawing a lot of inspiration right now from Bluesky when he fought Itachi.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
So
I haven't seen that fight in years.
One weapon, but like, you know, that moment where him and Itachi are both throwing shuriken at each other.
Oh yeah. You know what? Oh my god! I just thought of I was gonna passively dodge, but I think I have a much cooler idea now. You'll see.
Idea?
I have a cooler. You're right. But I have a more dynamic idea. Now that you bring up the shuriken fight, I have a much cooler idea. You'll see. I think you'll appreciate it.
I hope so. I hope you appreciate what's coming next, too.
Oh, God. Yep. Like I said, I think I have a disadvantage. Your fire abilities alone makes this complicated.
I mean, I've also, had 100 fights as Sasuke. How many fights have you had as that character?
This is the first one.
Yeah. I'm
I really should have probably went with my wind build that was old demise. That one I have had hundreds of fights with.
Next.
Alright.
We got none but time, baby. I'm
Yep.
back. I'm back for at least a while.
Yep.
I'm back until this becomes a problem.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I asked her to marry me, by the way.
Oh, really? Damn. Did she say yes?
He said yes.
Oh shit! Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be. If not the end of this year, it'll be next year.
Mm.
There'll be a lot of time. So you'll have time to make plans.
All right. Yeah, because I as long as I have a job, I can probably make it. Because I would love to see everyone again. Are the dogs still around? Is Winston still wiggling, or is he too old to wiggle now?
Winston's still here. You know Alfred's dead, right?
Yeah, I know Alfred died. He died like shortly after I moved out.
Yeah.
Fucking heart cancer. Fucking heart cancer.
Or some kind of something was going on inside of him, but then we got Samson. He's a big.
Yeah, Zai told me that it was like a bleeding tumor in his heart.
Yeah, some kind of.
Yeah, I remember the child sending me a sad voice message about it too. Yeah. Rest in peace, Alfred.
Oh,
he was a troublemaker, but he was our troublemaker. Damn it.
Well, we still have his ashen remains. Ashen one.
That's good.
I see that.
Oh my god, I should remember the pug ninja. Just bring a derpy ass Alfred one in a summon.
Yeah.
Oh, Alfred and Winston is just tired of Alfred's shenanigans. It will be a comedy bit.
That'll be them in the afterlife.
Yep, exactly. Lastly, suppose one wants to... Okay, John gives some extra weapons. Ask a judge if you're unsure about a vehicle, summon, or object. Like, minor shit and, like, one weapon, fine. But if you're doing, like, anything that goes above and beyond, then yeah. No, something, though implied, I wanted to say that battle of summon created. Creature out is illegal. Yeah, you can't just start with, like, multiple bodies. This rule is for non-living beings like puppets, robots, golems, etc. You can have a weapon or armor with unique properties. Just list them on your primary weapons and armor on your sign-up sheet. Let's see, transformations. These are techniques based to increase base stats and unlock new abilities. Famous examples include Super Saiyan Dragon Ball, Bankai and Bleach, and various form and eye changes in Naruto. Regulations may vary slightly on each, but generally one must prepare at least one charge before unlocking the first level, and other transformation further beyond that, such as Super Saiyan 2 and beyond, and Dragon Ball and the Madagauge Sharingan or beyond in Naruto, need an additional charge for each step up the ladder of the transformations. Hello.
Thanks, Gremlin. It's our old roommate.
Hello. Long time no see. Dennis. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
Oh.
Steph.
Gotcha.
Dennis.
Yep. Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
She left.
Okay. Oh no, she's a teenager now. Completely uninterested in everything.
Yeah, if it's not one of her favorite influencers, she ain't trying to talk about it.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Back to Freddy's.
Yep. Remember that canon powers may be rule-breaking or go beyond the power scale of a group. If unsure, ask a judge. In addition, any transformations that cause gigantism, such as Tail Beast, require at least 3 turns of charge. So you can't just big-ass Tail Beast.
So where does my Susanoo fall in? So, like, I get my full-body Susanoo, that's 3 turns of charge. I get that.
Yeah,
But, like,
that is 3
what about
turns.
What about just summoning the rib cage and the arm? You know what I mean?
That sounds more like an attack. If it's temporary. If it's permanent, like...
It would be an attack or defense. It would be
okay, that would just be a manipulation technique. So it depends on how much power you're putting behind it. If it's 1 or 2 or above. If it's temporary. And you have to have the whatchamacallit shotgun activated. But the full rib cage and everything, yeah. Passive abilities. Many... Oh no, he's dying. Many passive abilities in media and roleplay remain active. Media and roleplaying remain active throughout the battle. Some are innate, like sensing energy and other detection skills. However, others play a more active role in the fighting process, such as different types of auras and energy shields. Even one with physical properties, like the Sand Arbor and Shield and Gara of the Desert in Naruto. There are a few layers to how this system works with these techniques. Suppose there are auras playing an active role in battle. In that case, one will use a charge point to activate the skill, similar to a transformation. The activation will help with weak or non-charge attacks to a degree, such as weapons. They can also maintain other properties, such as invoking the pressure of the wind aura, heat with fire, and basic electrical properties of lightning, etc. However, one must use a charge of a level of an incoming attack to block it successfully if they are using their ability to do so. You also need to use at least one needs to use charge points to invoke an offensive with the same regulation as manipulations or spell likes. So you can have it out, you can have it activated, it can even have effects. But like for example, if like Gar's trying to crush somebody with their sand, that's at least 1 charge. Yep.
But okay.
Like what?
So, main active, one of the abilities that we see Sasuke gain from the Sharingan and that I use.
He can, like, for example, he can keep reading people, for example.
Well, and he gets a speed boost.
Yeah. You get a slight speed boost too. That's fine too.
So while my highs are active.
Well, that's that's from his transformation in general, though. Not just a passive ability. Passive abilities and transformations are pretty much cousins. So yeah, and that's.
Move on to the next.
Other notes on the charge system. Free action. Generally speaking, actions such as weapons, tool, or generic use of martial arts is considered free without a charge point, just like free actions in the original system. Setups. Writers received extra consideration putting additional detail and effort into their actions, including positioning, weapon position, posture, stance, other ready measures. However, there's no strict numerical value to it. Action-based preps are mostly void, with them doing little more than working as setup. For example, saying a spell or keto while performing a hand sign comes to mind. However, it does not substitute for using a charge point, thus severely lessening its role. It's like a setup. Like if you say your keto, it would be stronger than someone who didn't say their keto, but that's about it. Let's see. Ritual/gimmick. This system will still allow ritual-based techniques like Hidan and others complicated gimmicky setups. As a rule of thumb, if it's generally allowed if your move is more complex than simply using and gathering energy, and it doesn't break any other rules or regulations in the spirit of fairness. This may change later on, though, if some gimmicks become a little too fucking broken. But Hidan's pretty... If you die to Hidan, you probably deserve to die to Hidan. Right?
Wait, one more time?
If you die to Hidan, you probably deserve to die to Hidan.
Yeah, I agree, because Hidan is easily counterable.
Yeah, exactly.
Easily.
Like, yeah.
If you can make a You just have your clone do it.
Yep.
And since we see with him getting his head cut off, we see that he really suffers damage.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't kill him, so like something would.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Be. And if you have your clone do it, then
you could probably rip his soul out or some shit. And what the fuck is he gonna do then? I'm just kidding about that.
Yeah, it's not about who does it. It's about whose blood he gets.
Yep.
I can't imagine.
Calculating. Don't tempt me. I am a former Hedon role player, and I have killed people as him. Who did I kill? Yep,
He deserved to die.
Yep, I killed Brian Ultima for one.
So, one thing I noticed you don't address in the rules is...
I probably forgot something.
What about hidden messages and stuff like that? Things that are written in white text and...
Oh, yeah, I should ban that shit. You're right. That shit's annoying.
That is annoying, and
how about this? You must be forthcoming with your posts. Like, you're allowed to have hidden techniques and intentions behind your attack, but everything has to at least be mostly clear and, like, observable.
And written in the same language as the rest of
the Tassagori rule, right?
Because it's not fair for you to just write you in Italian or some shit.
But also, remember when when Tassagori wrote in old fucking English and literally made up languages that had no Google Translate, as far as I could tell?
Yeah. None of that. It's bullshit. You can have fancy titles and headlines, but you can't hide your actions.
You can, if you want to name your attacks in Italian or speak in Italian, that's fine. But you have to still say your attack plain and simple.
Yes. Because I like to practice a little too, but you know what I mean? It's got to be fair. It has to be detectable.
Yeah. One thing I used to be really good at was every single attack I did, no matter how simple it was, had a hidden intention behind it to gain ground in the fight.
Yes. Like my demon wind shuriken.
Yeah, I'm expecting that to do all kinds of evil shit. It will probably just become Mecha Hitler and like annihilate me or something.
I have a whole fucking thing. It is not just a random. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yep.
So, like, I understand and I respect that, because I'm the same way.
Yep.
I'm a crafty motherfucker. But
do you know what tool is really good at area control if used right? Wires. Yep.
What makes you mention wires?
Well, that's more my Storm character. But I do have ideas. You're like your Shuriken kunai fight with between Sasuke and Itachi gave me a more fun idea than trying to dodge and putting myself in a vulnerable position.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll probably post tomorrow. By the way, I had to work today, but this was fun. Obviously, I have to work on a lot of things before I post this up for the official tournament season. But you gave me some good ideas that I'm going to write down. Huh?
One more question.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you deal with the needle versus the shield concept?
Pretty much,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, piercing damage is really effective against shields. That's just a fact. But there is a limit to it. Like if the shield has more charge than the attack going for it, it could probably still block or slow it down or greatly weaken it. However, generally speaking, piercing attacks are historically really good against barriers, especially widespread ones.
So can a lower charge, could a 2-charge piercing attack overcome a 3-charge?
Maybe. It depends on the application. Like, charge is just something to judge a straight-on of offense against each other. Not tactics. Like if you're using your energy in a more efficient, greater way, then you can overcome charge. Otherwise, it would be literally just a numbers game, and that wouldn't be fun.
I mean, it is a numbers game.
It is a numbers game, but it would be only a numbers game.
It became a numbers game when we started using prep.
Yep, yeah, but
this is just prep, but now it's out of its diapers and it's wearing big boy clothes.
Pretty much, yes.
Numbers.
It is still numbers, I agree, but I'm saying that the numbers are useful, but they aren't the end-all be-all, is all I'm saying. Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
And that's how it should be.
Yep.
Alright, well, I appreciate you fucking taking me through it all. It looks great. I would definitely love to sit down with you maybe and proof that. If you're interested.
Maybe.
I think of a few tiny little...
I'll tell you what, just give me the notes and troubles you had, and then I'll see what I can do myself. Because I don't want you to put it through Chat GBT or something. I had a fight with Shinra about that. Okay, good.
Hey, look. I know I'm just coming back. I've been gone basically while AI came to be, Chat GPT and all that.
Yeah. That's also banned. You can't make your post in Chat GBT.
I'm just saying, and I'm just saying it right now for the record, in case this is ever, whatever. No, bro, I will use AI to make all my pictures all fucking day, but I would never use any AI to do any of my writing.
Okay, good.
The whole point is I think I can outwrite everybody. That's the whole
Plus,
point.
Chat GBT sucks at making roleplay posts from what I heard.
I'll never know.
Me either. Alright. Well, thank you for joining me. Our stream went on for almost 2 hours. I wasn't expecting that. The judging process is the judging process. 1 to 3 judges. You get a warning the first time, and then you start getting strikes after that. 3 strikes, you're disqualified, but you're allowed to come back to the tournament as long as you don't make an ass of yourself and get banned. Yep.
Well, you already know. I'll be there, and shit, it's my second Avalon tourney win. Let's go.
All right. Good luck. You have a definite high chance of doing it, unless I can pull some other former champion out of the abyss. Do you know what champion what if I got Red Sonja out of retirement? That would be cool.
That would be dope. I would love to fucking beat the ass of somebody I used to look up to.
Yeah. She really was probably, I'm extremely biased, but she really was one of the best fighters of the 2010s.
Really?
And people said that she cheated to win my tournaments, etc. That's complete bullshit. She lost the tournament before to Kimmy.
Yeah, I remember Kimmy.
Yep. I was trying to get them to join in, but they mostly ignore my messages now, sadly.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Monkey D. Luffy's lurking in chat, but he's not really interested in returning the roleplay. He says that his brain just wouldn't be able to handle it anymore.
Well, maybe if they see some OGs fucking post up in there.
Maybe.
And,
we can only hope. Obviously, Edward's banned for life, and he hasn't been in roleplaying forever anyway.
Is he allowed in?
He was never champion. I'm thinking of champions right now.
Oh, okay.
Asano's retired. They are too busy pursuing their career in prawn, and good for them.
Oh, really?
Yep, she is killing it.
All right. Well,
And I can't think of any other champions right now. I'm tired. I was never champion of my own tournament. The closest I came to was when I lost to Edward Phoenix in the finals because Tyrell ruled that way. I disagree. I think I had enough charge to block even at point blank range, but fuck it. I had to respect my judge's decision, or my tournament would have became a banana republic.
It's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head to bed soonish. I am trying to stay up later in general. I'll probably just play Animal Crossing because I've been addicted to that shit. Any last words or any shout outs or anything you wanted to say before we end?
Shout out to you and to
thank you.
Avalon.
Alright, thank you.
You guys are great.
Thank you.
Hey, so, you know, I know.
Yep. Agreed. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for being honest of some things you disagreed with.
Yeah.
But my goal really is to try to make a better system than what we've had in the past, and take all the best bits of it and try to improve on it and make it more streamlined. But I definitely need to fix this up by a lot more than I thought, if I'm being perfectly frank about it. I'll probably do that tomorrow after I get some sleep, and maybe do a morning gaming stream or something. But anyway, let me bring my model back up just for the outro. Yeah, this is a picture of my actual model, and I do have a live 2D version of it. I just, potato laptop, not gonna work. Anyway, remember, you were out of this world, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And trans rights. Bye bye, everybody. Say bye, Zetsu. Okay.